Pastor Brett Davis of East Laurinburg Church of God in East Laurinburg, North Carolina. Brett, tell me a little bit about why you decided to get a camera system for the church.
As the pastor of this church, my number one priority is safety for all of my congregation. And this is something that we have been looking into. My council had been talking about this for a long time. Recently came up in a church meeting, a business meeting that we had, and with all of the events that have happened lately, and especially in our country, we wanted to make sure that our congregation was as safe as possible. So we reached out to BIT, and they came and started installing stuff right away. It was easy. It was painless. They walked us right through every step, every part of the process. This has been some of the easiest people we've ever had to work with. But we really wanted to get this because we were so concerned about all of the safety issues that we had, the recent shootings, the church shootings that have occurred even in Texas. And so we just wanted to make sure that everybody who came to church felt safe. And I think that's something that they need to do as well as their pastors, to feel safe. And so that's why we decided to get this camera system in our church.
All right. And there's a lot of other camera companies out there. I'm sure you did your homework. But what made you decide to go with BIT instead of some of the other competitors?
We actually have looked at a lot of other competitors. We started to research this about 6 months ago, actually. Probably over a year ago, now that I think about it, looking back, our council was actually looking into this. And of course, I'm going to look and research the best and find every avenue that we can. We looked at different companies. Nothing's wrong with those companies. But whenever it came time, we kind of really expedited the process with the most recent events that happened in Texas. And whenever we did, I kind of reached out to some of the men in our church who are familiar with this equipment. And actually, one of our men of our congregation said that they have BIT in their business. And so I went over to his business. I looked at the camera, the security systems that he had set up, and I was very impressed with it. And he said it was easy. They were good customer service and everything. And so we just went. I called the next day. Actually, Neil called the next day and took care of it. So that's why we reached out to BIT, because we already had somebody who was familiar with it, saw the quality, heard about the service from somebody who actually had their service, and that's why we reached out to BIT.
Great. Thank you, Brett. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, bud.